What's happening, guys? It's finally here. Special episode of Born Offside. I'm joined by Kat. No Olan Tekas today. He's devastated about that, but I tell you what, the replacement is massive. Rio Ferdinand joins us, not only former Premier League winner, England international, but more importantly today, one of the OG change makers of WeAre8. That's why we're sitting down with you, mate. Welcome to Australia.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
Fantastic,
Good
mate.
to be here.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you. Tell us a little bit before we dive into all the questions that our fans have sent in. They're so excited to have you on the pod. Tell us a bit about WeAre8. I mean, it's new for a lot of our audience. Some of the guys have already let us know they've jumped on it. We've signed up. Tell us about why it is so significant for social media around the world.
Yeah, it's a social media platform. The founder's actually an Australian lady, Sue Fennessy, amazing lady.
Yeah.
She introduced me to it, but it's more of a solution for a lot of things, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
With different social media platforms, there's a lot of toxic behaviour,
Yeah.
a lot of hate,
Yeah.
a lot of discrimination that doesn't kind of get punished, which inflicts a lot of mental health issues for people, which isn't great,
Yeah.
especially the demographic and age that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So that doesn't, this platform doesn't tolerate that at all.
Right.
Also, if you sign up and you watch 2 minutes of adverts a day, you get paid.
Right.
For young people in an economic crisis that we're kind of coming into at the moment, it's huge that in that sense.
Awesome.
But not only that, you get paid, but you can forward money onto a charity
Okay.
that you support. And obviously it helps with the environment as well. So there's so many different layers of positive impact that you can have as a person now through social media and this WeAre8 platform that I had to fly over to Australia to let you guys know.
Yeah, definitely. We've
Thank
done a
you for
great
coming.
job. Yeah, we've signed up to it. You know what, I'm going to do my first, because I was going to do my first earlier today, and then I thought, what better than to do
I've
it
got
on the
about
pod?
£30 on mine, man. It's
Have you?
unbelievable. Yeah,
Feel
I'm paying
free
my
to flex
phone
on
bill.
this, mate. I've
I'm
got
paying my
zero.
phone bill with it.
Let's get something going. This is my first WeAre8 done here on the
There you
pod.
go.
Nice.
Post that one up.
Make
That's
sure you
brilliant.
tag me, man.
I will definitely. You're my first friend on there. Kat hasn't even added
Not
me
a-
yet. I don't know why you haven't added me yet.
Because I wanted to add Rio first.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Cool,
enough.
I like that.
Fair enough,
Appreciate it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the only
makes
way.
sense.
We're super pumped for the Women's World Cup as well, because that's here as well. And I know Kat wants to talk
Yeah.
about that in a second, but we've been talking about footballers. Getting on this app, we're talking about footballers in the social realm, social media. You, fortunately enough for you, I think maybe retired before these footballers now have to come up with social media, millions of followers. Can this help solve some of those issues for young players?
100%. You look at when as I was retiring, probably 2 or 3 years, that's when Twitter kind of was popping off, and I was probably the first player to go on there
Yeah.
and really embrace it, because I understood that like social media, the kind of leaving the game with a suitcase full of fans
Yeah.
was possible through
Yeah.
social media and being
Yeah.
able to talk to those fans, and then there's business that comes out of that, etc.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, these players now, the added pressure. When I played, the criticism was during the 90 minutes, and
That's it.
then wait till the next game, 90 minutes again, where now it doesn't turn off. The criticism's there on your phone,
Yeah.
social media all day long. So WeAre8 is like an alternative to that,
Yeah.
because there's no toxic behaviour or no
Yeah.
discriminative kind of toxic vibes on there. You can go on there and not feel you're going to be attacked or judged.
Yeah.
You can post pictures on there and be
Yeah.
yourself with knowing that you're not going to get judged, when it's quite difficult on the other platforms
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do that. So you look at the 3 players that missed penalties for England in the World
Yeah,
Cup.
that
You've
was
got hammered, got abuse,
Yeah.
race,
Yeah.
and loads of racism. If they were on WeAre8,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have received that, because it would have been looked at, taken off there.
Yeah.
People would have been dealt with. And one of the key things about WeAre8, by the way, is when you go on there, you can't be anonymous. You have to put in your
Finally.
details.
Yeah.
That's so
that-
important.
Yeah, and that stops people from actually playing up and behaving badly.
Yeah.
It happens to Claude, it happens to Olan, it's happened to myself. We will cop comments for saying something, and,
Yeah.
and that animosity of
Yeah. Anyone
of-
can make a...
anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's great. Is your kind of motivation to get behind WeAre8 to do with your experiences as a player? And then I guess, as Claude said, that social media landscape for players has changed so much. You can't, it's not just the 90 minutes of criticism, it's off the pitch as well. So given that that is something that clearly affects the modern day player, is that part of the motivation for you to get behind it?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's funny, because I was doing a documentary about football and homophobia, racism and mental health.
Yeah.
And while filming them for 2.5 years, that's when I came into contact with WeAre8, the founder, Sue Fennessy. And the crazy thing is that through our research and investigating, we found that social media played a huge part in the negative impact on players. Players finish a game within 3 minutes, they're on the phone looking
on
at
it,
the match report
Yeah.
and the comments about their performance. And
Yeah.
that negative impact It's huge, man, and you can't have that. So to have this alternative where it's a safe place to go and look at things and put your real self out there is huge for players because it's stress enough playing football, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like the pressure to play football and to play at your best and be high performance week in, week out is hard enough, let alone having 5,000 comments for these players that come through their feed. And a lot of them are negative and discriminative behaviour.
Yeah, you can't help but look at it. But for those young players, you can still slide into the DMs on WeAre8 respectfully, though.
You can.
You can still be a big shot. You can still pick up. All that stuff's still there. It's just none of the hate. We love that, right?
Yeah,
we love
it's all the good stuff.
It's all the good stuff we love. One thing I don't want to, we're going to move on from WeAre8, but sticking with 8s. I heard Bozza was in here before. Good friend of mine, Bozza, asked you already the Gerrard Lampard question. So mine's a little bit different. Iconic number 8s. Lampard, Gerrard, Iniesta, Gattuso. Make a middle 3. So you got to drop one.
Of those 3?
Yeah, you got to make a midfield 3. You got 4 there. Gattuso, Iniesta, Gerrard, Lampard. Who misses out?
Gattuso misses out.
Yeah? Who's winning ball? Gattuso's the...
No, we won't give the ball away. We don't need to win the ball. We don't need to win
That's
it.
true. That's true. That's a good answer. I'm Italian background, so I was hoping to...
You got in with that one. Whereas I love Barcelona, so you have to...
Same with you?
You have to include Iniesta.
Come on, man.
Come on.
I don't know. Rumours were Sir Alex tried to get Gattuso a few times. That's what I heard.
After Roy Keane left.
Yeah, that happened.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, speaking of iconic number 8s, Leah Williamson wore the number 8 for the Euros last year. England did so well. I mean, it was an amazing event. We felt the energy from here in football, especially women's football. It's obviously something I'm very passionate about.
Who's your favourite player?
In the England squad
No,
or in
anywhere,
general?
in general, women's player.
I can't look past Sam Kerr in
man.
terms of her influence on
That
the
goal,
Australian.
that goal she scored last year, Jesus.
Yeah.
She's scored some amazing goals just over the last 12 months. And she's such an inspiration. Even, the Nike connection.
Yeah.
She's someone that just comes up in conversation all the time.
Even on FIFA. I'm putting on FIFA playing against my kids and she's sitting there looking at me. I mean, on the opening screen. It's crazy, isn't it?
Massive. 92 overall as well. It's better than Haaland on the game.
Yeah, it's
Fun
crazy.
fact.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Growing up, though, I never imagined women's football would get to where it is. But I'm obviously grateful to see it doing what it's doing. But with the Euros and the energy around England last year, what do you think Australia's in for with this Women's World Cup coming up and I guess the momentum that we're seeing in that space?
I mean, in England, the team was the driver as well. Like the fact that it was in England, but the fact that the England team excited everybody and were looking like they were going to go on the run that they went on, and then the players get a narrative as well on the back of that. It all just kind of married up and it was a perfect storm.
Yeah.
So, but you kind of need that, your team to fly. Like, so you want your Australian ladies team, if they start kicking on some form during this tournament over here, watch the place will be like a whirlwind. It'll go crazy. Yeah. And there's a new generation of fans now, male and female, boys and girls, who now know the Leah Williamsons, the players in our team. They look at it and go like, oh, Reece James' sister plays as well now. And like, all these things like add up and add to the narrative is key. Like, we're in a world of content. So the more content and the more narrative we see around the women players, the more knowledgeable, the more understanding the people will be and the fans will be and the fan base will grow.
It's the storytelling as well. It's understanding the story behind the player. That's what makes your story so interesting for your fans and for football fans in general, because everyone's got a story and we're finally learning those stories of those women's players, and I think that is key to developing the game as well, for sure.
So much more than footballers. 10 years ago, you came as a footballer. Now you're here for WeAre8, but you did come to play against the A-League All-Stars. You played 45 that day in a crushing 5-1 win. Was an average All-Stars team, to be fair, that year. But tell me about Australia. Is that the only 2 times you've been, or have you come quite often?
No, I only came here with football before this trip. Okay. So, but you know, it's mad. I've said this in all the interviews I've done since I've been here. This is probably the only place that I've come and gone immediately like I could live here. Yeah. Because the outdoor living, the lifestyle's unreal, the climate's a joke. The sea, you're living next to the sea if you pick the right place. And it's just like, wow. I rang my missus yesterday going, listen, you'd love it here. Like, the coffee's amazing.
Holiday home, buy a holiday.
We'd love to have you.
The
sick,
the flight.
That's fair.
That's the only problem.
Olan, our co-host who's not here, he has said that many a time when he's gone to book a flight out of Australia, and he's like, I always forget how far you are from everything.
From any place,
But we're also...
how far are we from having a one flight straight all the way back to England?
To England?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if you're in Perth, you can go straight there.
Yeah, I think from Perth or Darwin
it?
now you can go straight, not from Sydney.
Perth,
though.
you can go straight
We
there.
need one. If you can get one straight from Sydney, it changes the whole
Knock yourself
dynamic.
out
Yeah,
and
you're
sleep
right.
the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
it'd be
One
alright.
sleeping pill, boom.
Yeah.
It would-
Away you go. That's
it
what
would
you
be
do.
a game changer.
That's
for
the
sure.
trick. We had a question in here from Matt Vandenberg. Did you ever consider playing in Australia? We know towards the end of your career you said you got a few offers from the Middle East, from the US and stuff. Was Australia ever on the cards or not? Not at that point.
No, there wasn't enough money.
Yeah, we didn't have
No,
the
I'm
cash.
joking,
No,
I'm
100%.
joking.
100%.
I've got to be honest, man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
No,
yeah.
it was.
All that money went to Del Piero. That was it. That was
Yeah,
the
no,
nation's
they wanted
cash.
number 10s, man, not number 5s.
Oh man, we would have loved to
But
see
we
it.
do know that if you were going to play for the A-League, it would have been in Sydney, right? Because you love Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to go?
100%.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's just, I just wanted it,
Just
I
a
wanted
little
everyone
stab
to
to
hear
it out
it.
there.
You wanted it out there.
Yeah, I wanted it out
A
there.
little stab to our Melbourne audience. Nick O'Connor's asked, what's the best thing about being a pundit? And I thought, did you ever consider management or was it straight to media and other avenues?
No, I mean, things happened in my private life that
Yeah.
kind of just stopped me from. I was on the journey of doing my badges and
Yeah.
wanting to be a coach and a manager, and then obviously certain things happened, and so I needed to be more connected and close to the kids and stuff. So that kind of put a nail in that. But with the punditry, it's just unfortunate in this period. I've actually come into punditry and my team have been at their worst.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
can't
having to be
brag.
kind of
Yeah.
negative about my team that I really want to be sitting there jumping around and like
course.
praising.
Yeah.
So it's been difficult, and then Man City are winning, and then Liverpool are winning. It's
Yeah.
like the two worst teams possible for me that are
Ouch.
winning.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
but it's enjoyable, man, and I love it. And I only look at it, and I always think when people ask me about punditry, it's like my job is to make Ethel and John on the sofa, who watch 3 games a year,
Yeah.
understand
Yeah. That's
it.
certain situations
Yeah.
and just really break it down and make it simplified.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. We're going to go with some quick fire onside or offside. It is called
Yes.
Born Offside for a reason. So you got to let us know if you think this statement is onside or if
Okay.
it's way offside.
Okay.
Saudi Arabia was a good move for Ronaldo's career. Onside or offside?
At that time, onside.
Yeah? Fair play. Yeah, get the bag. I've said the same thing.
Look, and he came out today and said that, or recently, that his time at United was important, and he feels like he's a better person for the struggles that he went through
Yeah.
in his second time around at the club. But I think he's flying at Al Nassr.
He's bagging
Yeah.
goals as
Yeah.
well. He's
Yeah,
bagging
he's
goals. You
scoring.
can't argue for that one. I know what you're going to say this one. I just have to chuck it in there for fun. The Serie A is currently the best league in the world.
Offside.
Is it number 2?
Way offside. Inzaghi offside.
People in Zaghi offside. Yeah,
That's
brilliant.
so funny.
It's nowhere near, huh?
No.
Nah. The
It's
Prem,
miles.
I know the Prem is clear.
Napoli got a chance in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Massive. No.
But no.
All right.
Right.
This one is VAR has taken away the art of defending.
You can't get cheeky anymore.
Yeah, has the game gone a bit
I
softer?
agree, yeah.
Yeah.
The dark arts are kind of going. Like,
Okay, onside.
Because it's over scrutinized a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
and like taking the play back like 30 seconds sometimes. You're like, hold on a minute, whoa. Like, let the game play. I don't know. I wanted the game to stay as it was and not bring too much technology into it and let human error be a part of it, because
Yeah.
that's why these shows that we're doing here today thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
Or down the pub.
Yeah.
Or
It's
in
the debate,
It's
right?
the debate, yeah.
Yeah.
And like taking that away. To be fair, VAR's really rubbish at the moment, so it still creates a debate anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
The inconsistency of
Yeah.
it is
It's
comes up,
horrendous.
I think, every week on
Yeah,
our
it's
podcast
horrendous,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it gives you something to get angry about. Just on that though, quickly before we move on that one on the Serie A, on Napoli, Victor Osimhen has been linked with a move to United. We had a question here for Ratty Roller. Who should United's number 1 priority be in the next transfer window?
I don't know about who,
Is
but I
there a
know
dream player?
a number 9 should be the priority.
Right.
So Osimhen would fall into that category.
Right.
I think him and Kane are the 2 names being bandied about at the
100 million
moment.
Kane.
He likes Kane.
I think
for
Kane to
United.
United has always been a
Yeah.
match made in heaven.
Oh, it would be crazy, but
Yeah.
I'd probably go for Mbappe.
Yeah.
If you could
Why
get him.
not,
If you
right?
could get
You
Mbappe.
could probably get what could you get? You could maybe get one leg of Mbappe with
Yeah.
100 million at the moment
But
in the
The
current
question
market.
is, does he stay on the board for PSG as well? Or
He keeps running that club at the same time. I absolutely love it. One more. I think you'll like this one. Ballon d'Or should be split into positions, onside or offside.
Offside. I just want the best player to win it.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like players that play your position are a bit
Yeah,
handicapped in winning that?
the players who play centre half aren't egos. Like we got egos, but we haven't got egos out of this stratosphere.
Right. Okay.
Like-
So you don't
like
care
the-
too much about
He,
that.
Like the
he hasn't
strikers.
met Olan though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah,
We'll get to
yeah.
all that.
But the strikers they're the egomaniacs. Like,
Yeah.
but for the right reasons, because they're the guys that are paid to score the goals that win the games, yeah.
Right.
But we're there to facilitate that.
Yeah.
So, and the best players are normally the number 10s or the number 9s.
Yeah. Can't argue with it, can you?
No, you can't.
No, you are a number 9.
I am, and I also have an ego to go with it. So
Oh,
it
I
all
noticed
makes
that on the way
sense.
in.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
You could tell, eh?
I'm
the
also
full Nike
joking.
tracksuit.
I'm
You
also-
could just tell when you walk in.
Hey, you gotta roll up looking
100%.
like,
Hey, I don't complain.
Yeah,
I don't complain. Good question in here from Jordan Fuentes. Who is the toughest Australian footballer you've played with or against?
Mark Viduka.
Wow, didn't even
Easily.
hesitate.
Yeah.
Straight
Great
away.
player.
Yeah.
He could have played for any top team.
Yeah.
Serious. What a player, man.
Wow.
He had everything. Strong, aggressive,
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you had a tough day at the office against Australia in 03.
Yeah.
You remember that day?
But we didn't take it seriously.
It was a friendly, it didn't mean anything, huh?
The Australians took it so much.
We
It was
still
like,
talk about
it. Was
it.
like,
Is
it was like the
that-
game of your life. Like, it was just like we were
This
just
is
treated like a
still the
testimonial.
way. This is still the way. Like, we will still treat a friendly like it is.
You know what's
so
funny?
important.
We've played England since,
Yeah.
and we don't talk about that game because we lost. Right? We still talk about 2003, which was 20
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
but we're
we
playing
was-
again this year.
It was at Upton Park.
Yeah.
Like, just the games was
That's
irrelevant.
just a kick around for you guys.
Yeah,
Hey?
it was.
That
like-
should have meant more for you though at Upton, you know?
Yeah, no, not at all. I was just saying. I was just high fiving guys and Harry Kewell and that. Just, yeah, how you doing, man? You all right?
Okay, all right. We'll take your word for it. That was a great day. We're going to keep celebrating that
Enjoy
day.
it.
England-Italy play tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
This pod's coming out 6 a.m., so the game will be just starting soon after that. England-Italy, you own an Italian restaurant. Yeah, does that pull a little bit of the allegiances? Do you have
No, not at
no,
all, no.
Last 6 games, 3
For the
wins,
chefs, maybe not for me.
3 wins, 3 draws for Italy. Take us back to Euro 2020. Do you think England is stronger as a squad because of that experience, and are they on the verge of something special?
Yeah, I think England are stronger and Italy are probably weaker.
Yeah.
Than that, the team they had there.
Yeah.
You look at the spine of that team; they had some real experienced players. But we should have won. I think we should have won. If we'd have gone for that game against Italy, we probably would have won. But we
It's
kind
almost
of
like going 1-0 up was the worst thing that happened.
we
Yeah.
kind of froze and took a step back rather than like rolling our sleeve up and going right, bang, we're going to take the game. But hopefully that's a learning curve. But I fancy the England team to win that game. I've got to be honest.
In Napoli as well. It's a tough place to go.
Yeah, so that's actually a difference maker.
tough.
Maybe
Yeah.
being over there could be
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah.
Toughest city you played in, where you felt the energy of the opposition the most.
Felt the energy of the fans.
Yeah.
Don't say Anfield.
No,
I hate when
no,
people
no.
always say Anfield. And it just boosts your ego as a Liverpool fan.
No, going to Anfield as a Man United player is a whole nother conversation.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
like because the hate's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's fan. The best feeling of when you win a game at Anfield
Yeah.
and you stroll off that pitch
Yeah.
and look at the fans in their eyes and just like, yeah, man.
How many of these do you
the,
got there?
the veins in their neck and their head popping out trying to scream at you, and you're just standing there laughing at them. But no, Celtic's probably the one that
wow.
I remember we played and the whistle went. And the roar was, I've never heard anything like it. And I remember Michael Carrick and Darren Fletcher looking back at me going,
Yeah.
like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, we're loving Celtic at the moment because
Oh,
our
yeah.
Ange Postecoglou is
yeah,
doing big
yeah.
things for
Your
Aussie
manager.
managers.
Yeah.
We've
Feels
had
like an
players-
extension of Australia. At
Yeah,
the
you have to
moment.
be a Celtic fan. You have
Harry
to.
Kill's the assistant manager.
Kills the
yeah.
assistant. We've got Aaron Moy, one of our midfielders, playing in the midfield there as well. This is a great question. It's going to lead me into the next part. What are the 3? This is from Heinrich Munane. What are the 3 most important things for a modern centre back to possess in his game? His or her
Ooh.
game. Because you always went that. You almost like. I think you talk about defenders, and this is my opinion. And there's a lot of defenders that played the game maybe 20, 25 years ago that would struggle in today's Premier League. But you are an example of a player that was almost ahead of your time in the sense of ball playing centre half.
Yeah.
Is that just like every defender needs that now to play at the highest level?
Yeah. You can't come and just be a head it and kick it centre half like you could back in the day.
You had a few of those in the 90s coming up.
Yeah, that was like part of it. And whereas now you've got to be great on the ball.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be composed and willing to take the ball under pressure.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to play 1v1.
Yeah.
And
You can't do the dark arts anymore. No elbows in the back because you get caught for that.
I think just being calm and cool under
Quite
pressure.
the opposite then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like emotional defenders.
Yeah.
I never really liked emotional defenders because
Yeah.
they normally in the heat of the battle they'd probably let you down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say those 3 things there.
That's why your boy Big Verge is probably one of them. He always looks so calm.
Yeah, he's so cool, calm and collected.
A man that calls himself Big Verge, and I'm going to show you this now. So Olan Tekers, who couldn't be here today, as I said, he's a massive fan of yours.
Okay.
He actually went viral. So now he's a bit of a B-list celebrity here in Australia. You can't go
Yeah.
out with him without
Yeah.
getting stopped for photos. But he went viral calling himself Big Verge on TikTok, right? And he
Okay.
had videos of himself. I want to show you
He
a few of
made
them.
merch with Big
He made
Bird on
merch,
it.
mate. He went
Yeah.
viral as Big Verge. I don't think Van Dyke knew about it. But I want you to watch a couple of these videos. And
This
just
is him.
and just tell me what you think of his technique here.
He should be gone on his bike.
Wait. I need to take it back.
Take it right back. So Rio Ferdinand is watching Olan Tekers right now.
I've taken up 10
Oh, it's a great pass.
He should be gone on his bike. Right here,
We're going to put this video up for everyone.
Left-footed centre half.
Left-footed centre half.
Of course I can. Second nature. Okay. Keeper rolls the ball out to me here. Not many options on. I know you don't see it, but I do. There's a gap. Okay. Here they haven't pressed me. I'm not sure why. After I've been finding my fullbacks, and of course I'll find the 10 as well.
A diag.
Lucky
And
pass.
after he's gone now. That's a one-on-one. Something that Virgil's got to have in his locker is a diag. Okay. Touch out your feet. Can you find your winger? Bang.
Oh, lovely.
Dropped at his
Not
feet.
bad, right?
There's no more debating
He's
about
good.
why I'm Virgil and why I'm not.
Now, what I want you to do, though, before you give me your verdict, scroll one more video that way. Scroll one more video.
Yeah.
This is him playing against Fiorentina under 20s.
And the answer is yes.
He reckons Dusan Vlahovic was playing this day. Now, can you see the scoreboard in the top left corner, Ria?
Zoom in a little bit.
Can you see?
10-0. Wow.
10 on, big Virg, 10 on, shoulder comes across. Lift up on the ground. And we just keep it tick.
Hey, surely you can't be putting videos
So
up.
when you I loved him on the ball, right? But
Yeah.
when you're getting beat 10-0, right? As a defender, you cannot start clipping up the game. The only way you're clipping it up is the mistakes you've made, and you're putting
these
fingerprints on
content.
goals.
Or cut the scoreboard out.
Yeah, no.
what's he doing, eh?
He can't be
He
doing
tried
that.
to cut it out. He did try.
didn't
There's
do
an
it
attempt there to
successfully.
cut the scoreboard out, but it didn't work.
Nah,
The
it's
way
gonna
he's
mean the book.
talking is like he should be playing in your national league here.
Yeah.
For a top team.
Well, he'll say it's because of the visa rules.
Why
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
leave England then? Because he wasn't good enough.
Oh, this is what happens. Never meet your idols. Oh, and because they will destroy you. Nah, I love that. Well, maybe, but he does love the party life a bit too much. I think. He came here to Australia.
so
and
that's
he enjoyed
why then.
himself.
He liked he liked the weather, all of the
Exactly.
whole Australia package.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But he can sell the knee injury story to the girls when he's out, so
Yeah.
it works.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He's
I would
also-
have been a pro.
He
if
looks
wasn't.
good. He looks like he's good with the ball, man.
Yeah, he is. No, he's got a great left peg
Yeah.
on him. And you'll get to see me in action because I believe I might be playing next to you on Saturday morning.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully.
You,
I'm playing.
Are you good?
On Saturday.
He's a very good
we'll
player.
see, won't we? We'll
what
see.
position do you play? Centre back.
Centre half or holding mid, but we'll see where they put
Okay.
me. I'd love to play next year. Were you left or right?
I'm right.
That's
But I'm
okay.
not going to play centre half. I'm just roaming number 10.
No, you just play up top?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm just
fair
living
enough.
a dream.
Okay, well, I might join you. If that's the case, I might join you. It's for charity. We can have some fun. Last one to wrap it up. A couple quick fires for you. And, Kat, I want you to join in on these as well. Arsenal will finish what in the league?
First.
Yeah, that's it. They're
All
winning.
right.
You agree with that one? Arsenal winning?
I think so. At this,
their
I love
year?
Arteta.
All
I
right,
think it's happening.
Go on. What do you got for us?
The winner of the Women's World Cup will be.
England.
Didn't see
What
that
an easy
coming.
answer.
Didn't see that coming.
What an easy answer. I'm going to go Australia.
All
Just to
right.
make it interesting.
The next time Manchester United lift the Premier League will be in the year.
2025.
Okay.
That sounds realistic.
Yeah.
That sounds realistic.
If they keep on the trajectory they're on.
The
Not
glory
too far
days are
away.
around the corner.
What do you think?
I grew up watching United win all the time. So I'm going to
Yeah.
say 2030. 2030. Make them wait a little bit, please. My next one for you. On June 9th, who will be lifting the Champions League trophy?
Real
Oh.
Madrid.
Real. Don't do it.
Bayern.
No,
No, Real
not
Madrid I'm going to go for.
Real.
Yeah, I
Not
think
again.
they might do it.
They're on that tough side of the draw. Real, Bayern, Chelsea and City all on one side.
I know. I like that City and Real Madrid are on the same side.
I
don't
think
wanna
that
see
side of the
either
draw wins it.
You'd think
You
so,
think?
wouldn't you? You'd think so.
I think Napoli probably get to the final now.
Yeah. Be a good final either way.
I want Napoli to win.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
It's a success story.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I
It would be
love
nice
it.
to
I
see.
love it.
It will be nice to see, but none of us know. That's the beauty of football. We'll be watching to make sure. Rio, I'm going to see you on Saturday morning as well. We're going to play a bit. You can't come down, can
I
you? You're on
can't come.
TV things.
Oh, okay.
That's
But
fine.
women's football show.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
Makes
Which is the
sense.
priority.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Priorities.
But it's been awesome to have you on here. Love everything
you.
you're doing with WeAre8. I'm going to add you. Make sure you add me back.
No worries. I'm looking for you, man. I'll wait for you. All right.
Thanks for jumping on,
Take
man.
care. Thank you.
thanks for.
Cheers.